Greetings, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting chapter of A Tale of T20's Descent into the Void, where six friends journey together to tell a story of epic proportion.
Gather round, gather round. Let me tell you a tale of life and death, of joy and sorrow, a tale of D20s.
Last time, Liberators, after sneaking your way past the front gates, putting on disguises, and using Cal's access, you entered the majestic capital city of Fia. Here you traveled its winding and mountainous roads before meeting up with the tiefling contact of Cal's, Noir Dior. Going to his bar, the Blue Dragon Blind, you spilled the beans pertaining to the events that transpired in Frostmoor, and your connection with the Heaven's Root trees that grew up in Shiprin. He agreed to help you get an audience with Queen Camilla, and gave you full access to his private mystical chateau. Most of you followed King out into the local park when he attempted to commune with Miliki, who let you all know that Ren was alive, there was danger around you, and left a cryptic message when asked who King was. The rest of the Liberators saw King possessed in an avatar-like state with glowing eyes and multi-tone voice answering these questions. Leaving with more of them than answers, you all headed back to the chateau to rest. In the morning, Cal, Duran, and Horatio partook in a sparring session, when thereafter Noir Dior returned alerting you that a contact adjudicator would set you up with a meeting with the Queen later that night. So, Liberators, inside the cozy chateau and eating the delicious breakfast that Monaco and King prepared for you, what do you do next?
I think we should plan on what we will tell Queen Camilla. We need to make sure that she takes us seriously. I know that I have the seal of the daimyo and he has the crest of the daimyo, which is sufficient to get us the audience. But what proof do we have? Do we have some, something to show her other than that of what has been going on in Shivrin?
What more do we need than the word of Kai?
We also have places they can scry. They can look into it.
Kai, wouldn't your sword, without its magical properties, be proof?
Kai turns over to you. Without it's just a normal sword. Any of the tieflings in Frostmoor carry this. All we have is our word. But I'm sure the crest and the seal would be good enough. No one else would carry this.
But do you think that she'll believe what we say?
I don't know. I hope so. I've never met the Queen before. Though my father's told me so many stories, she can be reasonable, yet stern.
Does she really care for all of Shivrin?
That indeed.
So then she must heed our call and know that we are telling the truth. I just hope we can get through to her. Is there, and I look towards Kai and then to Cal, is there something customary that we should bring? We do not wish to insult her as soon as we meet her. There must be something customary.
Kai turns to you and says, no. I heard the Queen loves her wine. Maybe we can get her a fine bottle? I don't know.
She has access to probably every wine in the city. Maybe if we can find something rare, or at least of quality, it could be a good gesture just to set things off on the right tone,
Maybe Noir knows where to get a bottle of something rare, exquisite.
Anybody would know it'd be Noir.
Noir, who's been standing at the staircase, goes, well, there's a few things that I'm sure I'll be able to procure for you for Her Highness. Don't you worry about that. Just take it as a token of friendship, as we're helping each other out so much, and you got Cal on your side.
Thanks.
That's fantastic. All right. So then, we're to meet her this evening, and I know you told us where. Cal, how long will it take us to get there from here? Just so that way we know when and where to meet up.
It shouldn't take that long.
You know it's about to the outer gates, because she's beyond the first level of gates, and this is more of like a mountainous city where it goes up, and then her castle's in the kind of like in the center peak. To get to where Noir told you, take you about 20 minutes to walk from here anyway.
Yes, about 20 minutes.
Okay, so not too far, so we can do any last minute shopping or things or prepare any spells. I know, Horatio, you had a few more to copy.
Yes, I do.
We should use this time to just bolster in every way possible. We don't know what's ahead, and so the more we know, the better. Cousin, is there anything that you require?
Drang kind of looks at the ground a little bit, looks up. I will be spending my time focusing on my blade, trying to harness its energies. I fear that we will need this power soon.
All right.
So Noir turns to all of you. So, the day is yours, though I would keep a low profile. One other thing I didn't mention, seems like some of the contacts that are undercover here, who of course I know are really demon dancers in disguise, have been asking questions about a group of adventurers matching your description. I would try to keep yourselves hidden, though the day is yours.
Thanks for the heads up.
Noir.
Our pleasure.
Did you hear any word about what happened in the park? Has there been any rumors or things circling?
No. Haven't had any information about the park. Why? Should I be concerned?
I mean, when I tried to commune with Myliki, I believe I was contacted by her or a representative, and the Earth seemed to have reacted to that connection, and there was a pattern of a unicorn horn dug into the ground. So I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that and keep an ear out.
I'll keep my ears to the ground, see if anyone's talking about a unicorn horn in the ground. Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
Thanks for the heads up.
Thanks. Horatio, can I?
What's up?
Can you help me read through some of my scriptures? I copied them from my family, and some of them are written in Old Sylvan, and I think I mistranslated.
Yeah, I can help you. Just let me know.
Okay. Well, that's what I
Then
would
let's
like
go.
to do
Yeah,
now.
absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna go, and I'll be like, just give me like 10 minutes to find the paperwork. I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna go to my bag and start rifling through my papers.
All right. So, Nordior leaves to go up to attend to the bar, up the stairs in the regular plane, while you are all still within his chateau. What do you want to do? Or the town is yours, you can go around, you have until late tonight before your meeting, so you can do whatever you would like, or we can fast forward there.
I feel like I should check up on Axios.
I would like to purchase the components to make a familiar.
Oh, that's a good idea, Horatio. I'm a little worried that if you go out, maybe you'll be seen. How about I'll go shopping? I'll blend in more easily with everyone else here. You can stay here and help King with his research.
That would be great. Yeah.
Minako, could I also ask, if you're going to the shop, if you could pick up more materials to make more disguises? I feel that we may need more of these in the coming days.
She kind of puts her finger to her lip and looks up and just says, I don't really know what I would be shopping for, but if you can tell me what to get, I could try to grab them. Maybe general store goods? Clothing stores? You wanted me to get you clothing?
Dungeon Master, where will we need to get disguise kit components from? Or disguise kits from?
You would probably go to, for a disguise kit, you'll definitely need to go to like an adventuring gear shop to get the components for a disguise kit. Or you can go to, if you want to get like a disguise kit by itself, or you can go to several shops that would have clothing, makeup, things like that, and then build your own disguise kit.
Yeah, because I was thinking like maybe we can get like herbs and dyes and things like that, like powders that can be used for disguise kit material, just because buying actual disguise kits might be suspicious.
Then if you want to get all that, that'll probably still be at like an adventuring shop.
Minako, I do not know. I'm not so familiar with these stores.
So you said you want dyes and makeup and such? I think I know where we can get that. There'll be a general adventurer's good. I don't really know Fia so well. Cal, can you escort me? We can check on Axios on the way.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. I can get a couple things myself from my disguise kit.
Okay, so who's staying and who's going?
Horatio's gonna stay.
I'm staying.
Horatio and King are staying.
Duran is staying as well.
Okay. Horatio, King, and Duran are staying in the chateau, while Cal, Monaco, Kai's gonna actually choose to stay as well. He's not gonna go anywhere. So it'll just be Cal and Monaco heading off into the town. So gathering your things and getting ready to head off into the town in this early morning, Cal, Monaco, you walk out of the chateau, exiting its magical walls, leaving the bar into the streets that, even though it's early, seem already busy of Fia. It's quite beautiful here, though it's not bright because of the sun. It does have its own illumination that kind of almost gives the impression of daylight. Cal, you're totally used to this. This is just how Fia works, and Monaco being one of your first times here, it's a little different from
She kind of scrunches her face up at the brightness of it all.
Home. In between the chateau and the restaurant, there's like a causeway, correct?
Well, you walk up the stairs through a door leading into what seems to be a large kitchen, and then you walk through the kitchen again.
Got it. Okay. As we're like walking through the kitchen, I would like to cast Disguise Self, and I would like to make myself like a foot taller and change my hair color to silver instead of it being like the dark black. I have a scar that starts to form on my left eye, and you can also see a couple scars on my arms. It looks like a large beast or some sort of taloned creature kind of ripped into my arm at one point. Or at least that's the illusion that I'm trying to let on. I want to look like a different person.
Okay. Using the energies from within, tipping the scales to change your appearance, you take on this new form. In Monaco, you see the energies of spin around Cal, and then once it dies off and the light dims, you see him in this new form.
Allow me and us to move around the city a little bit more
Yeah, I just
freely.
wish I could do that.
Well, what about this? And I pull out a wig from my disguise kit. It is a long blonde wig with like a bun in the back, and I kind of place it in between your horns and try to tilt it and get it lined up just right.
Hold on, let me just
scalp.
And she kind of like fiddles with her hair to try to help do it, and just kind of this awkward moment where she tries to get into the wig. Okay.
There.
How do I look?
Like a completely different person.
Roll me a deception check at advantage, Monaco.
29.
Oh, wow.
Natural 2029. Impressive. Yeah, it was a little bit that Cal did, and the way that you fixed the wig and put on other items, you sure enough look completely different. I mean, someone who's really looking for you, who recognize you, like let's say like Gaea or someone that probably will still be able to recognize you since you're not in a full-on disguise kit. But for the most part, anyone hearing your description probably wouldn't be able to find you.
Well, do you know where to go?
Yeah, there's actually a shop on the way to Axios's from here, or my place. I've already disowned myself from the place, and I haven't even seen it yet. It's been a while.
Did something happen, or is it just work?
Well, I've just been working. I haven't been home in well over a year.
That must be difficult for you.
I appreciate it, but it's kind of the way things are. I've never had a lot, and being able to just pack up my things and head out is kind of just been what I've had. Like, it's what I've done for as long as I can remember.
Well, I guess we're all a little homeless now, she says, looking down.
This place will always be our home. It's just changing a little bit, Monaco, and we need to try to change it to something we want to see. Alright, so let's get to the store.
And she'll follow you.
And we
all right.
to the
So you guys head off into the bustling morning streets of morning streets of Fia, passing by the shimmering ice-like buildings that are all around you, and the the ground is made out of stone, and you see lots of people running back and forth. You eventually pass a bunch of cross streets, and Cal, you know exactly where you're going, and you see before you a store written in Infernal. Both of you easily can translate this into a store called Rare Oddities. On next to it, you see is a strange infernal symbol of of wonder and excitement, in the form of like a kanji of that. Walking up towards this one-story building, you open up the door, and inside, the first thing that hits you is the smell of incense and other magical reagents. Standing behind what you see is a desk behind that is several shelves with all different weird items and concoctions bubbling. Behind it is a blue tiefling with short stubby horns and long white kimono dress, similar to Monaco's but different in design and pattern. And she looks over towards you with her yellow eyes and says, "Hello. Welcome to Rare Oddities. How can I help you?"
We require magical supplies as well as general adventuring goods. This is the place.
Oh, of course, yes. We have all things for adventurers and magics and items. What are you looking for in particular?
Incense and the material components required for summoning familiars. I'm going to require enough for several uses.
Of course. We have that. If you don't... Anything else, I'll have to go grab them from the back.
Cal? Oh.
I think we wanted to also make sure we got a few things for disguise kits, and if you have any extra disguise kits lying around.
We have a couple disguise kits, and, well, we do have items you can use to build your own. Do you have a certain amount you want?
Well, I think... Minako, what do you think? 3 more disguise kits?
3? Sure. Dran wanted enough to... Yeah, should be.
I figure King and would be able to conjure up his own disguise.
Let's just get 3 then.
Well, what about Horatio? Do you think he would be able to conjure up his own disguise as well?
Didn't he do something like that last night?
Yeah, there was something like that. 3 kits, some extra makeup, and an extra wig, if you have it, and all of the other stuff that we already mentioned.
Alright, I'll be right back. And she goes and heads out back. And you notice it's like your normal shop, wooden floors. The exterior, although made out of like this weird ice-like substance, is not transparent. You're pretty protected in here. And then eventually she comes back with... Well, you see her coming back through the back door with a whole bunch of things floating around her. And she moves her fingers around, and they begin to fall down onto the table in front of her.
You're gonna hear a message in your head. Did you guys make it to the shop yet? Could you pick me up some chalk, some sealing wax, extra plain paper? I forgot, and I need more. Sorry.
Oh, could we also get a little bit of chalk, sealing wax, and some plain paper?
Yes, please.
Certainly, I'll be right back.
Nako, King says that he was adding additional things to your list. Could you also pick up any ball bearings and more caltrops? I did not know what kind of store you were going to.
Yeah, I was broadcasting, so everyone would have heard me make the request for additional items.
And Minako responds in the affirmative in Brain chat and then announces that and conveys it to the shopkeeper.
Maybe if you have any glass vials or things to hold liquids and substances in, that might be useful too.
Yes.
Bear traps. Do they have any bear traps?
I don't think we need bear traps. Okay, but if you want it, you can get it. You're stronger than a bear, Duran.
She's just standing there looking at you all as you have conversations in your head, and she just tilts her head and smiles. And anything else?
Do you have any spell scrolls?
Yes, we do. How many would you be needing?
I am looking for a particular spell scroll.
Oh, you mean... Oh, okay. My mistake. Yes, we do have quite the assortment of spells. If you let me know which one you're looking for, I'll see if we have it.
Good. It is, And she describes the augury spell.
What is that? 2nd level spell. Okay.
We're gonna need like a box or something.
Oh, yes.
She kind of like gestures.
Yes, of Of course, I understand you're buying quite a lot with all these here, but thank you. Since you've purchased so much, you've gone into the 10% off category.
Oh, well, look at that. She smiles at Cal.
And you are at 500 gold, so 450 gold would be your total amount with for all of these items. Let me go get the augury spell for you. One moment. And she walks to the back. She stops.
Do you have any bags
More?
of holding, and what's your price?
Ooh, bags of holding. Indeed we do. He goes, a bag of holding would cost you...
Minako, what do you think?
500
How much
gold
gold do you
pieces.
have? I say in the brain chat, I have about 900 gold.
She nods and says that she has
Do you think
1,000.
we should carry all this stuff in a bag of holding back? It'll be way more discreet than carrying a large box
I
of stuff.
really like the idea of having more magic things.
Excellent. Yes, bring out a bag of holding as well. That might increase our discount, who knows.
Thank you so much for your wonderful service, by the way, she says, smiling.
Yes, thank you.
I'm just interested in knowing what percentage off y'all unlocked.
So you are getting the bag of holding? Or no, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Alright, totaling with a bag of holding, that will get you... you're just 70 gold shy for the 10% off.
King says, I don't know if they sell potions, but I only have two plain potions of healing. If they have anything stronger, they could come in handy in the fight ahead. Maybe you should consider those as well. Horatio, I found the paperwork. Can you help me go through it?
I'll jump in on that healing potion train as well, please.
Well, ma'am, how many healing potions do you have?
Oh, we have plenty. This is one of the top shops in Thea. And Cal, you would know this. This is a common shop where adventurers go. They always are fully stocked. And you probably wouldn't know her, but she does not recognize you, so
Got
she's
it.
not looking at you through any recognition.
Minako, how many do you think we need, in the brain chat? Right? 7? How much are they?
She walks away to go gather your things while you're having this mind conversation. She's assumed this is your thing at this point and have walked away. Floating back as she's going in and out, floating with next to her are boxes of all the items that you've been collecting, and then the bag of holding is placed right next to the boxes on the table.
Can we also get a half dozen healing potions?
What level would you like? Just regular healing potions? We have greater.
What are your prices on each?
She goes, well, 50 gold pieces for a healing potion. Greater will be 250 pieces. Superior will be 2,500 and 25,000 for the Supreme. Though we only have one Supreme in stock.
Just the regular
Okay, how many
ones.
do you need? We have plenty of those.
6.
Excellent.
Does that bring our total
Ooh.
over the 70
Oh,
we needed?
well over. So yes, with that full amount, you will get 10% off your final order. Spend 300 more, and you'll get 15.
I think we're good where we are. What's our total? What's the damage?
She turns and says, 1,100 gold pieces.
Well, that's not too bad.
One moment, she steps to the back and returns again with a crate of healing potions.
Excellent.
Or like a small.
And then we'll just put everything into the bag of holding.
Okay.
Or I start placing things into the bag of holding, at least.
Okay, so you spend some time, and she goes, wait, please. 1,100 gold pieces.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. And between Minako and I, we...
Okay. So subtract how
Come
much
up with that
gold
much money.
that you've decided to spend between the two of you from your gold totals, please. After grabbing the belongings and stacking with the bag of holding, having this entire conversation on how you're allocating your funds throughout your mind. So it's pretty silent as you're packing in there, and she just kind of just staring at you. The tiefling shop owner looks to you and says, "Thank you for coming. Please come back soon." And she takes her. You see the money kind of fly and float up, and as she waves her hands, go past her into the back area where you hear a cling, something stealing up, and she just sits there smiling.
During that time when they're shopping, I'm pulling out my notebook and going over it, and I'm saying, you said you know how to read Deep Sylvan, right? These are notes from my family.
I'm sorry.
I didn't understand it at the time. I just copied them, but now that I know more, I think I need to reread them, and I just think I don't get it.
Okay, yeah, no, I can absolutely help you. I just have to cast a quick spell, and Horatio opens his notebook and begins casting comprehend language as a ritual.
So you go ahead and take the 10 minutes to go ahead and cast the comprehend language, and the magic fills up from inside of you, the words leaving the page of your spellbook, and now everything you see that was not in a language that you could read before becomes completely legible.
Okay. I say, let me see the notes, King.
Okay. And I'll pull out the old notebook of rituals and prayers that I brought with me. And I'll say, right here, and I'll point to it, and I'll say, this paragraph explains communion. And I thought that I was going to talk with Myliki herself, but I just think I mixed
Horatio
something up.
Touches the page and begins reading the part. It seems that it's either your deity or a divine proxy will come answer.
Oh.
So,
that's what that says? I totally misread that. I didn't understand what that word meant. Divine proxy.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why she didn't come herself.
Yeah, she sent someone that she chose.
Then what do you think that means? She didn't answer my third question. I know I technically broke the rules.
Well, I mean, by what I saw, it might be that you are her divine proxy.
What about...
What do you mean?
What? What do you mean?
Maybe you're her chosen one. That's why you can do all these things, King.
But, I mean, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but... Like, you mean like she spoke through me?
Yeah. That's what it looked like. You can ask everybody.
Oh, I thought it was going to, like, bring someone to talk to, or her to talk to her, not through me. Interesting. I didn't consider it like that. What do you think?
I mean, maybe that's what Doramo was referring to.
Do you think that maybe you have some...
I mean, apparently there's a possibility that my mother is Gaea.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? That's kind of heavy. I mean, like, it's also...
I don't know how to feel about it. Like, it's...
But didn't you also say that, like, Hallister or someone had both your parents trapped?
Well, yeah, I don't think that my father is trapped. I think he's trying to get to my mother. Doramo said that Hallister has... It could be very dangerous if she is indeed Gaea.
Then that would make you a son of a deity.
Horatio, like, chuckles, no, that's...
You're probably radiating divine energy, and you just have it encased in this arcane ward. I bet you, because you're such a proficient abjurer, you might have sealed that away within you. I don't know, it's literal just speculation. I have no idea, but... I could believe it. I could easily believe it.
I actually never thought of that. I mean...
Do you want to try and commune? I could maybe I don't know. I don't mean this in a negative way, but maybe I could force you to commune. I have a way to manipulate magic in a way that's, I don't know, unforeseen, and I might be able to pass my call into your hands and let you ask for your god or goddess to come forth. Or divine proxy. And I give like an eyebrow.
I mean, if you're willing to expend the time, then sure, I'm wanting to try it.
Okay.
but-
So King's gonna get like all excited with a big grin, and he's gonna like tap the table and say, I'm really excited. Okay, so the rule is here. Well, you've just read how commune works, and you have to ask specific questions. They can only be yes or no. So think about what you're gonna ask before we start. Do you know?
Well, I know one.
And also, I think that we're sort of blocked while we're in Noir's sanctuary, so we'll have to go outside. Maybe we could just, instead of going out to the park, we could just rent a room in the like tavern above real quick. Maybe they have like a pay by hour.
Sure.
Just so that way we don't get exposed. I don't want to put us in danger.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Or yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's all you had to say. Let's go. I'm gonna like scoop up my paperwork and grab my bag so that way I have like some candles and things. And say, come on, Horatio, let's go. And like make our way to leave the thing. And I'll say, grab the key, grab the key. We don't want to get locked out.
Heads out with King.
Okay. So you guys make your way outside of the Mystic Sanctum, and Kai looks on over. I'll hold down the fort.
Kai, we'll be back.
Good luck. I hope you get the answers you're looking for. And then you all head upstairs, going throughout the kitchen, closing the door behind you. Walking up towards the front desk, you see the familiar Maitre D, who was there. Actually, no. You go up the stairs and you do see Noir Dior doing his normal bartending, and he looks on over to you. Yeah. What's up?
Do you have just a room, like a conference room, or maybe even like it could be a bedroom or an in room? We just need like it for an hour to cast a prayer, a ritual.
Oh yeah, of course. Like I said, we're friends now, and my place is your place. So if you want a private room, I will head up to the floor above. First door on your left, and he tosses you a key. That's how you get in.
Much obliged, thank you. And I'll make my way.
All right. You all follow his instructions, making your way up the staircase to the first floor. Looking over towards your left, you do see several doors, but the first one makes itself apparent. It does look a little bit bigger than the rest, or at least there's more space in between this one, between the other ones. Unlocking it and opening it up, it's a nice room, a nice large wooden room that is glimmering almost like it has kind of like glass over it or not. And that's kind of like how everything else is in Fia. There's a bed and tables around, but more than enough space for you to lounge about.
Okay. So I'm going to put my bag on the table and start pulling out my regular candles, and then just form a circle on the ground, and then wave my hands with prestidigitation, and then they'll all light up, and I'll say, okay, let's sit in a circle together.
All right. Horatio.
You think of your other questions? I know it's only been a few more minutes.
I'm thinking about how to word them. I know that you have to be very specific to get a certain answer that you would like.
They say that sometimes they'll give you more than a yes or a no, but you should not expect it. But who knows? If you're the son of a deity, maybe you get more out of it. But I believe you have 3 questions, and I'll pull out the notebook that you read earlier, and I'll say, here's the notes on commune to refresh yourself. After taking a moment and getting us both situated in this circle, I will put my hands out and like let Horatio put his hands on top of my hands, and I'll say, I don't know, let's see how this goes, and I hope that you get the chance to speak to whom you wish. And I will start chanting in Sylvan the commune spell, but I'm also going to... Oh, sorry, I forgot. First, I'm going to... before I start to chant, but then I stop, and I quickly stand up, run to my bag, and pull out my little vial of holy water, and I sort of drip it on my hands, and then I rub Horatio's hands, so there's holy water on our hands. And then I start again, and I'm going to cast it at a 5th level and use 5 of my sorcery points to try and shape it and push it into Horatio. So that way I channel the divine energy and push it in and allow him to make the connection.
King, Horatio, you both sit down, covered and anointed in the holy water that King put up against you. You release the energy towards commune, similar to how you did the day before. Reaching in, trying to pull the power of Myliki, you thrust forth your sorcery magic, your energy within, and a wind begins to pick up within the entirety of this room. A coalescence of this green and dark brown energy begins to swirl around the two of you as King, more and more of your energy piles out. The initial 5 sorcerer meta energy that you put into comes out, and then more, and then more, and then slowly but surely every last bit of your sorcery points are erased until a mini maelstrom appears, starts swirling around you. Neither of you notice this, though the things inside of the actual room starts to fly about and bang back and forth. Unbeknownst, everything becomes dark, and your consciousness all shifts into a strange ethereal plane. And Horatio, you get the sense that if you want to answer your questions or ask your questions, now would be the time.
Is Susan Dularian alive?
Images start to appear around you, and the darkness that was there once, it gets filled up. This time it's a strange red cavern. You feel the smell of brimstone, or to say you smell the scent of brimstone and the bubbling of lava and the heat around you. There are staircases rising up, and you look and you see hanging on a platform, shackled by arms and legs across on an X shape, and behind that is a tablet, and is the familiar visage of your mother. Though disheveled and hair messy, she still exuberates the brilliance and beauty that she always had from what you remember. Standing in front of her is a familiar elderly man with a red cloak, long gray beard, though frail body, carrying a staff. You can't hear what he's saying, though his lips are moving, and you see her look up and stare at him in disdain, and you see him laugh, and with that the image fades. Then you can ask your next question.
Is Frank Kane alive?
In a similar fashion, you see the area around you change and augment again, and going through what looks to be a completely dark and desolate land. You can't make out anything but the illuminated silhouette of Frank Kane battling his way through a horde of monsters and creatures, heading towards a bright light that's the only thing that can be seen in this dark, desolate world. And then that image fades away.
Is Susan... Is my mother, Gaea?
At this point, you see the entire area around you begin to spin and spin, making you dizzy. King, you witness all of this as well. You can see this as if you're watching a movie. And as it spins, the entire area lights up. It's bright day, and you see coming out of a cave are 3 strangely dressed. And from looking at them carrying wizard books, you can tell that they're wizards. One woman who's leading the front, and 2 gentlemen standing at her side as they are exiting this cave. One of them turns to the woman's right, goes, "Gaea, I don't know how long we can keep this up. Are you sure we're going to be able to find the door to the other side? I don't know if I can keep going on." And then she turns to him. "Eros, don't worry. We're close. The secrets of the world at our fingertips. We're going to enter the door to Eustachius right nearby. Don't you see it, Erebus?" And she says, turning towards her left. And you see this gentleman, and he's a thin, elven gentleman with strange markings going from his arms and on his cheeks, his forehead, and going down toward his chest. Why, yes, I know we're close. We'll find the door, Gaea. Don't you worry, Eros. The door to Eustacia is ours. No more will we be forsaken by the gods. We shall become ones ourselves, and rid this world of all the malice and creatures that are set foot. Together we can do this. And then Gaea turns, says, "See? Don't you worry. The door's nearby. I can feel it. Let's go." And they continue walking. The scene then shifts to them battered and bloodied and bruised, crawling their way to what you see is a giant golden door inside of a cave. Gaea begins crawling herself up, getting closer and closer. Looking back, she goes, "It's not much further. We can do this. The door to Eustacia is here. Take my hand. Eros, Erebus, now!" And she stretches her hand back, and grasping onto it are the other two who are with her. The door opens up, and a bright light shines out, and you hear them all scream, "Ah! Ah!" And the entire image just phases and disappears, and the furniture and everything that was floating up around you crashes down to the ground. You both are jolted back into reality, and as like rocks and chairs and things fall into your head, and you're like, "Ah!" as it hits you. King, your sorcery points are completely depleted, and you guys are exhausted, the both of you.
Oh my god.
Horatio puts
That
his,
was insane!
hand to his head. It's just like, that was a lot of information.
I didn't expect it to work so well. I could see everything that you saw as if I was inside your
I
eyes.
think that was Halistar.
I think so too.
Did that land look familiar to you in any way?
I don't
Roll
know. Did it DM?
me a religion
Probably
check.
not.
10? No? You have no idea what that was.
No. I mean, from the context, it sounded like a holy land of where the door to the divine is locked away, but didn't look anything familiar to me. It looked like a completely,
Yeah.
I don't know, foreign landscape. I'm sorry that your questions got answered, but now lead to more questions.
You're saying that to a wizard, King. Everything I research always leads to more questions.
I know. I heard you say it last time. I just was hoping to, I don't know, bookend, tie off a few loose ends for you, and I feel like I've just opened more doors.
I got confirmation that my mother is alive, but she's captured.
And she became a goddess. You are the son of a divine.
I mean, I don't know if that last one really answered my question.
Roll me an intelligence check at advantage because of your keen mind, Horatio.
17.
17, okay. Things that you can, when you think back at the images that were before you, you definitely recognize Gaea as your mother, who was referred to as Gaea. She looked exactly like her in that last vision.
Okay.
Also, the one she called Erebus, the voice sounded very familiar.
I was thinking that, like, it sounded like Doramo.
Didn't look like him. Well, looking at maybe there might have been a resemblance, but he's a drow. That was definitely an elf, but
Yeah.
that voice was pretty hard to. I mean, you literally heard it in your head. So
Yeah. I mean, sure, it looked just like my mother, but. And. I mean, did it kind of sound to you like that Eris sounded like Doramo a little
Erebus.
bit? Or no? Erebus.
yeah, it's Eros, Erebus, and Gaea.
Erebus?
Erebus.
I thought so too. I was a little thrown off because of he was an elf, but Induramo's a drow, as you said, but I think the voice was just so similar. It's hard to
Yeah.
shake. I wonder how that all ties in now.
Why does Halister have... I'll think about that later. Alright, we should probably clean this up.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to make such a mess. Whew. And then I'll start cleaning up the room.
All right. As you all go ahead and start cleaning up the room, in a weird silence after this event that transpired, we will take a break. Hey there, Dungeon Delvers. Thank you for listening. I would like to take this time to thank all of the wonderful people who helped bring Descent into the Void, a tale of D20s to life. Starting with Frank Freire, who designed our character art, Kyle Misko, who collaborated on the main, mystical, and night theme songs, Manuel Lapuca, who collaborated on our battle and adventuring theme song, Jan Rosa for the use of their original soundtracks, David Chappell for the use of his End of Silence, A World of Color soundtrack, MFY for the use of their Dragon Castle Symphony for Duran's theme song, and Danny.Phantom.01 for creating the Liberators' full art. You can find more about these wonderful artists on our website, ataleofd20s.com. Now click on to part 2 and let's continue our epic tale.